Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura, for those of you that do not know, and today's video is going to be a if you like After, then you're gonna love blank. So I'm basically going to be giving recommendations based on your love of After. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're a fan of After by Anna Todd, and I have done a video in the past, kind of recently, on books that I think are similar to After, but this is going to be a little bit different. It's more so just books that I feel like you'll enjoy if you are a fan of After. They're not necessarily similar. I mean, some of them do share obvious similarities, but I will get into all of those. So I do have a little bit of a list of some recommendations for you guys. This has been requested. I know, there's going to be like at least 10 comments. Laura, all you talk about is After. Like, cool it. I know, but these are like my most requested videos. So if you have requests for non-After related things, which I do try to include regularly, like every other week, let me know, because I'm open to doing anything, but I do just have a lot of After related video requests and ideas. So that's what's happening. Those are my most viewed videos. So obviously they're videos that you guys want. So yeah, anywho, I'm just gonna get started and share the recommendations with you guys. The first one is a series, and if you know me at all, if you follow me on my Twitter, I do not shut up about this series. It's that good, and that is the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. This consists of 4 books. The first book is The Deal, second book is The Score, third is The Mistake, fourth is The Goal. Yeah, I think that's right. There's 4 books, and they all take place at this college, and every single book follows a different couple in this one friend group who go to Briar University in Massachusetts. It's a fake college, and it's super fun and cute, and you're gonna love this series if you haven't checked it out yet. Every single person that I've had read this series has fallen in love with these 4 boys that are featured in the series. The first book is about Hannah and Garrett. The second book is about Logan and Grace. I almost thought I was gonna forget her name. The third book is about Dean, who is my absolute favorite, and Allie, and the fourth book is about Sabrina and Tucker. And every single book has a unique quality to it, but the main basis of the story is like them in college, living life. A lot of different things happen in the different books, but it's just kind of like drama-y, romance, really, really good, really great characters, and really strong plot. So I really recommend this series. I love it so much. If you're a fan of After, I think you'll like it because it does have that similar like college vibe to it that I think kind of heightens the appeal of After to a lot of people, and really great characters as well. I swear to God, every single one of these boys will be your new book boyfriend. You'll be like, Hardin who? So I really recommend this series. If you've not checked it out yet, I think you guys are gonna really like it. The next one I'm going to be recommending is also a series and has a very, very similar feel to Off-Campus, and that is the Wait For You series. I don't know, the first book is called Wait For You, so I call it the Wait For You series. I could be wrong. And that is by Jaylyn, or Jennifer L. Armentrout. You guys may know her from her Luck series, which is young adult, but this is a new adult series, and it's about this girl and her experience as a freshman in college, and she meets this boy. This girl's first day of college, she literally runs into this guy in the hallway, and he's super cute, good looking, but she finds out that he has like this really big reputation for like being a player, finds out he lives across the hall from her in her apartment, and they kind of become friends. Honestly, this story really shocked me. There was a lot of things that happened in it that I was not expecting at all, a lot of deeper things. So yeah, I'm gonna put a trigger warning in the description just in case you guys need a trigger warning for certain things. That book, and I think there's another book that I need to put trigger warnings for. So I'll have any trigger warnings that need to be included in the description, so if you like to look at trigger warnings, you'll have them. So yeah, but I still really recommend the book, and the series is really good. I've only read the first 3 books so far, and I really enjoyed all of them. They're kind of like companion novels as well, where it's all different couples from the kind of friend group aspect, and I really enjoy this series. You guys are going to love the boy in the first book, Cam. He is such a delight. I love him so much, so I really recommend this series. The next book that I'm going to be recommending is also part of a series, big surprise, but I haven't read the whole series. I've only read the first book, so that's going to be the one I'm recommending, even though I've heard the rest of the series is really good as well. And that book is Bully by Penelope Douglas, which is a part of the Followaway series. This book follows 2 characters who are neighbors and grew up as best friends, but for some reason they suddenly become enemies. It's a boy and a girl, Tate and Jared, I believe are their names, and they just become like literally mortal enemies. He's so mean to her, and she's kind of just like left to be like, what's going on? I believe she goes away for a summer or a whole grade. I don't remember. She goes away and she comes back for her senior year, and she's like done putting up with him basically. But the reason that I feel like you'll like this if you're a fan of After is, one, Jared reminds me a lot of Hardin. They're both kind of like mean. They're just kind of like bad boys, but like, you know, have like a good heart. So I really liked that aspect of the book. And also it's just really cute and fast paced. It does take place in high school, not college, but it's still really fun in their seniors, so it's not like too different of an age. But I really recommend this. It was super fast to read, and I think you guys will really enjoy it if you are a fan of After. Okay, I literally didn't realize that like everything I'm recommending is a part of a series, but that's almost better for you guys unless you're like a really big fan of standalones. Personally, I like series because then you can just keep reading. But the next recommendation is for the Royal series, the first book being Paper Princess, and this is by Erin Watt, who is actually two different authors, one of them being Elle Kennedy, who wrote Off Campus, so good sign there. And this is a series that for some reason I just think if you like After, you'll like it because it's full of drama and cute boys, and it's kind of insane, this series. It's kind of a lot to take in when you read it, but it's super fun and fast paced, and if you can kind of look past some of the unrealistic aspects of the story, I think you'll really like it. But it's about this girl named Ella who has grown up with her mom, her father she's never known, and her mother passes away, and she's basically left to fend for herself. She's like working at a strip club, she's in high school still, and then all of a sudden this guy shows up named Callum, and he claims to be her father's best friend, and he's like, I'm gonna take you in, like I feel bad that you're left to fend for yourself, and I have a lot of money, so like come with me, you can stay with me and my 4 sons. So she goes with this man and decides to stay with him because he kind of like forces her, honestly. The 4 sons are basically brutal, like they all hate her because they're like, why does this girl get to like be a freeloader and live at our house? It's like really annoying. And especially Reed, Royal, who like literally despises her, but y'all know how these stories go. Like, you guys know what's gonna happen, right? So like, I don't need to say anything else, but yeah, so it turns into a romance, and a lot of crazy stuff happens at rich kid schools. That's all I'll say. So if you guys like a lot of drama and you like romance, I think you will like this one. Reed, again, reminds me a lot of Hardin in a lot of different ways, so I really recommend it. It was really fun and super fast paced. I was super into this series when I was reading it, and every single book ends in a cliffhanger, so make sure you have the whole series, or if you're reading on ebook, make sure you have money to get the next book, because literally you won't want to stop reading. It's that good and crazy, so really recommend it. The next book has such a special place in my heart. I love this book so, so much, and that is Find You in the Dark by A. Meredith Walters. This is another book that I do have some trigger warnings for, so I'm gonna put those down below in case you want to see what they are. But this book is so heavy, first of all. It's so much, but the characters really remind me of Hardin and Tessa. The girl's name is Maggie Young, so like, if that's a sign of anything, Tessa Young, Maggie Young, like, there you go. And the guy's name is Clayton, and Clayton is this boy who's just been through so much in his life. He's struggling so hard with like having this super dark side. He comes to this new school, he meets Maggie, and it's kind of like their story, but it's so dark and deep and crazy. So I will warn you about that aspect. It's not like a happy book by any means, but it was such a good book and so well written, and I don't talk about this book enough. I used to talk about it all the time on my channel. It's definitely one of the heavier new adult romance books, so it's like not that fun to recommend, like, ooh, it's like this fun little book like Off Campus or something. This one definitely deals with like real issues and is a little bit darker, which also kind of pertains to After as well, because you guys know After's kind of a darker romance. So if you like that kind of thing, I think you'll definitely like this book. I think there's 2 books, like it's not a series, but there's more than 1 book, I believe, so you can definitely look into that. But the first book, Find You in the Dark, I totally recommend. It's a really, really great book. How many times have I said book in this video? Like, take a shot every time I say book. Okay, and the last book that I have to recommend for you guys today is called Stuck Up Suit. It's by V. Keeland, and this book is so good. It's a romance book about this girl, I think her name's Soraya, And one day she's on the train going to her work in New York City, and there's this guy standing next to her, like this really hot guy, but he's like on the phone barking at somebody, being so rude, so annoying. She's literally like disgusted by his behavior. He gets up to leave the train and his phone falls. So she's like, oh, I'm gonna take this. So she picks up his phone, basically has to find a way to give it back to him. And obviously like their story doesn't end there, like there's more that has to happen. But that's just kind of how it starts. And this story, like V. Keelan's books, I read basically all of her books. They all start off with like this little simple plot that these two people meet somehow. But then, like, there's a whirlwind of events. Like, something has to happen that's, like, huge. A huge plot twist, like, something crazy. You didn't expect it. Like, every single V. Keelan book is like that. So I'm telling you, like, oh, it's a girl and she meets this boy and, like, takes his phone. But the book isn't about that. Like, that's just how they meet. Like, the book, there's so much more. Now, this doesn't remind me of After a ton, but I just feel like if you like After, you'll like this. So you're just gonna have to trust me, because there isn't a ton of, like, similarities. I think Soraya doesn't really remind me of Tessa at all. I want to say that Soraya is like really independent and has like this certain type of essence about her that Tessa doesn't really hold. They have a different type of independence, if that makes sense. Then the guy, obviously, I mean, he could be compared to Hardin a little bit, but I don't really think so. I just think this story is like captivating enough that if you're a fan of After because of like how crazy it is and the crazy plot twists, you'll probably enjoy Stuck Up Suit. I think you will. So I would check it out. It's a really, really great story. So that is going to be it for my if you like After, then you'll love blank recommendations. If you want me to do another video like this, but with other books, like if you like this book, you'll love this book, not just After, let me know. I'll definitely do that. I just wanted to start with the one for After because I had a lot of books to share with you guys. So definitely let me know in a comment down below if that's something that you would be interested in. But other than that, make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to my channel down below if you've not already. Thank you so much to all of you that are subscribed. I love you so much. You can also follow me on all of my social medias linked down below. They're all just at Lovely Like Laura. I'm posting on those all the time, my Instagram and Twitter. So you can go do that if you would like to. But other than that, I hope you guys have a super wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.